Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Coaching Coins. I'm the host for today. Today I want to talk about finance, things that we wish, or I wish I have known in my early 20s as well. You're in pharmacy school. And today I have a co-host, Tommy.
Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Tommy. I'm a fourth year pharmacy school student, and today we're going to talk about finance.
And with Tommy, why we decided to do this is because there are a lot of opportunities that we all can learn from each other. And I'm actually his preceptor on a rotation, but I thought he has very good insight and financial sense into his own financial personal. So I thought it'd be good for him to share as well that I can share with you guys, and hope you'll take something away from it. And of course, if you like what you hear, please subscribe to the channel so you can see future videos. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. For today is a short finance, our 2 cents on student loan and job while in pharmacy school. I'm gonna ask Tommy first to hear his perspective, and I'll share my piece. Knowing that in pharmacy school and going through that 4-year program, it's pretty expensive. So what are the most challenging thing would be student loan. So Tommy, how do you handle your student loan, and what are your strategies that you have taken to help you going through school?
Oh, well, first off, no doubt pharmacy school is very expensive. And then when you get into pharmacy school, you'll see that you'll be offered a big loan package. And naturally you're thinking, wow, this is like the most money I've ever seen so far in your life. And I believe my first year, the loan package was about $33,000, I think. It's just insane, the most money I've ever seen. And I think first semester, each semester is about $10,000, so that's about $20,000 for the year, and you're left with about $13,000. So naturally, my instinct was, wow, I'm gonna take the full $13,000 out, and I have $13,000 of free money. Well, the thing is, loan money really isn't free money. You end up having to pay that back, and so big regret I made was taking the full amount. And basically, I played around with the money, and now I'm stuck paying it back.
Mm-hmm. I think, sometimes also culturally how you're raised up. My dad has the same thought process, like, oh, they're giving you money, why don't you take the full amount? Well, technically, they give you money with conditions, right? The interest rate. So in pharmacy school, undergrad, they do subsidized loan, which I would take the full amount just because they subsidize the interest for you, but in grad school, not necessarily. Those loans are not subsidized, meaning that your interest would be compounded, and when you finish school, you have to pay those off as immediately as you can. So really, I didn't really start thinking about that until probably my 4th year in senior for undergrad, and then 4th year in pharmacy school. If you're able to get a job, that's what I did. I worked as a pharmacy technician trainee at HEB, and then also in pharmacy school, I took a job, did an internship at a hospital, and then later stayed on as a pharmacy technician. Any money helped. So being able to find some sort of income to supply and provide during that 4-year. So what did you do to kind of help offset some of the...
Yeah, definitely like what Ann said, get a job. You'll hear a lot in pharmacy school, they say you can't work and go to school. That's not true. I personally feel like working during pharmacy school helped me actually, particularly working as a pharmacy technician. And that's because as a pharmacy technician, you get exposed to the pharmacy and you see a variety of drugs. And one way it helped me was with the drug card quizzes. I actually barely had to study for the drug card quizzes because I learned everything at work. And the best part is you're learning at work and you're getting paid for this. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. So just something to think about right there. And additionally, something we haven't talked about yet is scholarships. My employer actually offers scholarships. So that's one thing I did. I applied for the scholarship, and I did get approved for it. And that helped offset some of my loans that I had to take. So definitely, if you get a job, look to see if your employer offers scholarships as well.
And then it depends on what jobs you have. In most hospitals, they also help with tuition. Many hospitals offer like a tuition reimbursement up to $4,000 if you're doing full-time, or maybe some modified amount of that if you're a part-timer. Of course, if you're a PRN, you wouldn't get that benefit, but if you have a full-time job at a location that offers that, take advantage of it. I can agree more with scholarships. Sometimes most students are like, I'm so busy, I'm not gonna apply for scholarship, but that's free money right there. And some avenue you can think about where to get scholarship is your school. They usually have alumni funding scholarships or just various scholarship program within the school, but you also want to think about the organizations. If you're involved with SSHP or at the state level in Texas is TSHP, they have each year given out thousands and thousands of scholarship. The minimum would be like $500 up to $1,000. Again, that could be like a not mortgage payment, but like rent payment or helping you go to a meeting, or even for tuition or books. So think about those organizations. APHA also have scholarship. If you're involved with fraternity like Phi Delta Chi, Kappa Epsilon, those may also have scholarships. I mean, try to be creative and think about what are some organizations you're in and you're super involved and how to get scholarships. Besides the scholarship piece, where I know in pharmacy school, students tend to go to a lot of meetings, right? If you're involved in an organization, think about, again, applying to get those funding like a stipend. They may not cover for everything, but they may cover for maybe your registration or hotel just to help you go. For those that are interested in residency, of course, mid-year is in your P4, P3 year, you're wanted to be involved and trying to get the stipend. Of course, it is competitive, so you have to be involved and be engaged to really show your worth for the stipend. Those are some thoughts regarding scholarship-wise / stipend. And just a reminder, loan is everybody. If most people, I'm gonna say most people, there's some people out there that, like my husband, after he finished pharmacy school, he didn't have any loan, which is like
super
awesome.
Lucky.
Super lucky. But I think most of us have loans, and I think just being able to start planning your loan, don't try to pay minimum if you know that you're able to, even pay a little $100 more or $500 more a month. That will help greatly. If you can consider consolidating loans, so you're all in one instead of having like 5 different loan companies that you're trying to pay and miss a payment, because that will also affect the credit score and things which we'll talk about later. What are your thoughts on what other things can students do to help them while in school and be financially smart?
Like I said, we talked about the loan part. Biggest thing in my opinion was don't take more student loans than you need. We mentioned scholarships. Don't brush off the idea that it's only $500. Until you start looking at how much loans you have, you'll realize that $500 is a lot. And like I said, if you're attending all these meetings, $500 really makes a difference. Even if it's less than that couple hundred, you'll realize that you'll be fortunate just to get this couple $100. And again, make sure to get a job. I can't stress that enough. Getting a job. Pharmacy technician job is great. Most places pay better than the minimum wage, and you're getting an educational experience, you're getting money. I mean, what more could you ask for than that?
Right. In terms of job, one more thing I want to add is the VA or other programs have like internship program that can turn into a job, and it's a paid internship. So for example, the VA has a Valor program, again, very competitive, but when you do get in, is in addition to the pharmacy technician's work, you actually get to shadow clinical pharmacists, getting to know really the hospital, and of course, if they have a residency, that's what you're interested in, you already got your foot in the door. So be creative, think outside the box. Don't box yourself into one thing. Like, I want to do retail, I'm going to do Walgreens only. If you don't get a job there, trying to get other internships that may give you that avenue. And of course, last thing I want to end is if you have a large sum of loan, there is a loan forgiveness program that you have to be in a public service for 10 years, and then you got to pay at least the minimum for 10 years and work in it, and of course your loan be forgiven. But every year it changes, so don't quote me on this, so you have to look it up, but that is an opportunity for you to think about. Ideally, as Tommy mentioned, take out as little loan as possible, but if you do have a lot of loan, start thinking about what are some things you can do to trim that number one, don't take out as much, and then how to pay in advance and the interest that you have. I hope that was helpful from our perspective. And again, student loan is one of those things I think is a smart debt. So just know how to minimize that and be able to finish it out and finish out strong. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post it below. I'll be for sure trying to respond to your questions. And again, if you're interested to learn more about new videos and things that would come up, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you.